So you graduated high school, huh? Never thought I'd see the day. You know, I never graduated high school.
Yeah, we all know that, Dad.
Yet I'm still doing okay. Who am I kidding? I'm doing fantastic. Look at it. All of this is mine.
The real interesting thing for me is we're actually shooting this series in my old townhouse community. It was Bray Glen, where I grew up until I was about 14 years old or 15 years old, and then I moved up to Edmonton. And so I hadn't really been there in many years. I've been back to Calgary like every year since I left, because I have great friendships and affiliations with the city, but I hadn't been to Bray Glen. And it was pretty interesting to kind of stand in front of the place where I grew up, and I'd walk around with, you know, Deep Purple records under my arm and, you know, go and get drunk in the snowbank.
The show is really well written, and it's been really fun bringing that to life. And it being set in 1980s, the wardrobe and the props and everything have been so much fun to play with. And even the settings that we've been shooting here in Calgary have been really, really excellent and reflected that kind of look of Calgary in the 80s.
It's difficult to recreate any time period that isn't the present time period. So recreating 1980 is sort of like recreating 1890, because it's a period of time that doesn't exist anymore, and it's really quite a long time ago, I'm sad to say, that we have to research everything, every vehicle, the wardrobe, the fonts that are used in a menu, every single little detail that's on the screen has to be recreated by the art department.
We had all sorts of interesting costumes that you'll have to stay tuned to see. One of them was one piece and is normally found in a kitchen drawer, put it that way. And Bruce had come up with so many amazing concepts. The jumping off point was really Bruce as a teenager, because he was a really creative dresser. He was the original young drunk punk, and not in a literal sense, but in terms of a state of mind. So it's really sort of an eclectic, alternative, you know, thumbing their nose at society kind of feel.
Well, when I was growing up in Calgary in the 80s, I mean, it was really the Wild West in a sense. There was arts and things like that, but they were sort of submerged. And cowboys really did run the city. And of course, I saw it through the eyes of an 18-year-old who, you know, didn't like society, as it were. But no, it was a smaller city there. It was rougher and wilder. And you know, now as I come back, and I've come back to shoot other things and perform here over the years, it changes every time I come back. And certainly now, it's really interesting to come and see that it's like one of the busiest places in the world.